this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. I hope you're well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release crochet tutorials and free patterns. And today I'm bringing to you this beautiful feminine bow. It's really easy to crochet. I've sewed a little slide onto it to wear in my hair. So this crochet bow is really easy to crochet. It features a filet crochet stitch, and as always the free pattern will be available on my blog selinaveronique.com. The link is in the description box. So for this project I used Lion brand Kobu yarn, and this is what I have left of it. I will be linking all of my materials in the description box and on my blog, so check that out. And so Kobu yarn is so soft and amazing. It's a light 3 DK weight yarn, and I think it's 50% bamboo, 50% cotton, and I used shade pink. I used a 4mm crochet hook and a pair of scissors. You will also need a little slide if you want to make it into a hair bow, and some darning thread and needle, and that's it. I will be using US terms with British terms in brackets. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. That really helps out my channel. Okay, so to begin this tutorial, just go ahead and make a slip knot, and once you've made your slip knot, just pop your hook through like so, and you will be chaining 12. So chain 12, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so once you've chained 12, you will be counting 1, 2, 3 chains from the hook and placing a half double crochet into that. So to create a half double crochet, wrap your yarn around your hook, go into this chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And this creates a half double crochet, and the first chain 2 at the beginning counts as a half double crochet. Now go into the next chain with a half double crochet once again, and into the next chain with a half double crochet once again, and again, and just place a half double crochet into each and every chain across until you reach the end of this row. Okay, so this is row 1, and now for row 2 you will be chaining 3. So 1, 2 and 3, and turn your work, and this counts as a half double crochet and a chain space, and goes with this first stitch here. You will be skipping the next stitch and going directly into the 3rd stitch with a half double crochet like so, and now chain 1 and skip a stitch and go into the next with a half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch and go into the next with a half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch and go into the next with a half double crochet. And now to finish off this row, we have 2 stitches left from the previous row. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and go into the chain 2 from the previous row, because as you remember this counts as a stitch, and just finish this off like so. And this is what we have. So this is row 2, and as you can see our filet crochet stitches are starting to appear. So now I will show you the next row, and the next row is chain 2, 1 and 2, turn your work, and this first chain 2 counts as a half double crochet and goes with this first stitch here. And now you are going to be placing a half double crochet into each and every stitch across, including the spaces. So place a half double crochet into that chain space from the previous row, and now place a half double crochet into the next stitch, and now place a half double crochet into the chain space here and into the next stitch, and just place a half double crochet into each and every stitch across, and then I'll show you what to do at the end. Okay, so I've almost finished this row. I have 2 stitches left, so just go ahead and place a half double crochet into this chain space here, and place your last half double crochet into the chain 2 here at the beginning, and this is row 2. And if you are unsure on how to keep count of your stitches, just count the stitches and you should have the same amount of stitches from row to row. So now I'm just going to briefly show you row 4. So chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as your first half double crochet and chain space. And row 4 is simply a repeat of row 3. So I'm just going to briefly show you what to do, because this is very simple. And so this chain 3 counts as a half double crochet in chain space and goes with this first stitch. Skip the next stitch and go into the next stitch with a half double crochet. And now you are going to be chaining 1, skip a stitch and go into the next with a half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch and go into the next with a half double crochet, and just carry this on until the end of the row. And don't forget that the chain 2 from the previous row counts as a half double crochet. And just alternate row 2 and row 3 until you have 97 rows in total, and you should finish on a full row, meaning a full row, not a filet crochet row. So just carry on this pattern until you have 97 rows in total, and then I'll show you what to do then. Okay, so I'm back and I have my 97 rows. So I'll be writing down on my blog how long this is. So don't forget to check out my blog post linked in the description box if you want that information. So I finished my 97 rows, and now I'm going to be placing 1 row of single crochets all the way across. So to begin, chain 1, and this does not count as a single crochet, and go into this stitch with a single crochet. And so to single crochet, just go directly into the stitch, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through 2 loops. Go into the next stitch with a single crochet, and into the next stitch with a single crochet. And just like I said, place a single crochet into each and every stitch across. I've almost reached the end of this row, so I'm just going to be showing you what to do now. So place a single crochet here, place a single crochet into this last stitch here, because this is the chain 2 from the previous row and counts as a stitch. So place a single crochet into that, and now turn your work so as to work on this edge, and this is the uneven edge, so you won't have a specific stitch into which you will be crocheting. So just be mindful that you place enough crochet stitches across this edge. I'm just going to go like this into this stitch, and then the next stitch, and then the next stitch, with a single crochet. So yes, just go ahead and place single crochets evenly all across this edge and go all across the 4 sides, and then once you've done this, I'll get back to you to show you the rest of the pattern. Okay, so I finished my my project, and I slip stitched through the first chain that we made and fastened off. And what I did is I tidied up all my loose ends just so that the video wouldn't be too long showing you. So to finish the single crochet edging, just slip stitch through the chain one that we did, fasten off, and then tidy up all your loose ends. And once you've done that, you will be folding your project like so. So I've already pre-folded it, reason being it is a bit fiddly, and so make sure that it's symmetrically folded like this. So I've just folded it across like this, and now I'm going to show you how to create the bow shape. So for this part of the project, this will be the back of the project, just so you know. Make sure that it is nice and symmetric, and what you are going to be doing is kind of scrunch it up like this. I'm going to kind of rearrange it a bit, and I am going to be folding, taking my yarn, so take your yarn and attach it like so around the project. Take your time for this, just make sure that it's nice and symmetrical. So just take your time rearranging and refolding as long as it takes. We are going to be taking our loose end and just going round and round this project and just go. So I've gone around the project about 25 times, and I'm going to snip off my yarn now, and I'm going to attach it to the beginning where we began. So I'm just going to create a knot, and now I'm going to tidy up this loose end. I'm going to tidy this part up just to make it prettier. So just create a knot, tidy up your loose ends, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so now that we finished this part, so this is the front, and just turn it over. So choose the front and the back, and for me this is the back of the project. Take your little slide and place it as like you want onto the back, and now you will be taking your darning needle and darning thread and simply gently sewing this slide onto the project. So just go ahead and do that on both sides, and just yes, do this process on the 2 sides of the slide, or however best you want to do this, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I finished this tutorial. I've sewed my slide in. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.